President Obama's second term officially starts this weekend. The public inauguration celebration is Monday, but this morning we're looking past the oath of office to the next 4 years, the issues, the plans, and the prospects. And joining me now here in Washington is CNN contributor Maria Cardona, and in New York, Amy Holmes, anchor of Real News on the Blaze. All right, so we asked you both to give us your top 3 issues for the next 4 years. Maria, we're going to look at yours first. One is economic growth and job creation. 2 is dealing with the debt. And number 3 is immigration. So let's go through them quickly. Give me your thoughts on those.
So I think, first of all, clearly everyone's focus is still job creation, because this is the #1 issue, and it has been for a long time for a lot of those Americans who are still out of work. The second thing is that goes hand in hand with the debt and the deficit. And while Republicans love to think that Obama is not focused on the debt and deficit, doesn't want to do anything about it, that is absolutely not the case. He has said from the very beginning that it is a big priority, but that we need to do it in a balanced way so that we don't hurt those that are most vulnerable. And the third is immigration. We've seen after this election the Latino community, the Latino vote. It's a big reason why this president was reelected. He owes them that. It has been a priority for him. He's going to find a way to get it done. And hopefully Republicans understand if they want a chance at getting to the White House anytime in the next 4 years, 8 years, a generation, they're going to have to do something on immigration.
All right. So, Amy, Maria's number 3 is your number 1, which is immigration. Number 2 is Obamacare. Number 3, a mystery scandal. So, Amy, let's talk about immigration first, although I'm dying to get to that scandal.
Good morning. It's so great to see that view behind you. I used to have a view down the mall at my old job working for the Senate Majority Leader. And when I worked for Bill Frist and George Bush was president, they tried to get immigration reform done. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, actually, because of a lot of Democratic pushback that they didn't want to tackle that issue. I agree with Maria that immigration is going to be very central on the president's agenda the next 4 years, as well as the Republican agenda, both because it's the right thing to do, it is a pressing issue, and also because of the electoral pressure that both parties have to tackle this directly. Number 2, Obamacare. We are only now seeing sort of the fallout and consequences of that legislation. There are lawsuits all around, dozens of lawsuits actually, against the administration on Obamacare when it comes to religious liberty. We're seeing health care premiums are already skyrocketing. So we have yet to really see as I say, the consequences of Obamacare, and I think you're going to see Republicans tackling that in the next 4 years. And finally, last, mystery scandal.
Scandals. We're waiting. We're both waiting here.
Well, none of us know yet, but we do know that second terms for presidents often embroil presidents in scandal. Ronald Reagan had Iran-Contra. President Clinton had Monica Lewinsky and impeachment. George Bush had Scooter Libby. I'm partial to sex scandals. I think those are a lot of fun. Ken Starr's report has to be the most riveting government document ever published. Obviously, I would never hope for that for our president. I hope that nothing like that would ever consume his presidency. However, we do know that second terms are often a grab bag of congressional investigation.
Yeah. So how much time, Maria, do you think the president's really going to have to focus on whichever issues in whatever order you want to look at them at, minus the scandals, we hope? But how much time will he have to really get anything done?
Not a lot, because we're already seeing a lot of movement and talk about the 2014 midterms and about how difficult it's going to be for either Republicans to do what they need to do on immigration, for example, because the people in their districts don't want it. We're already seeing a lot of talk about how some of these issues will be difficult for Democrats in red states who want to keep their seats in the Senate. So the president needs to do this now, and Republicans would be smart to do a lot of this now so they can move on to those elections. And then after that, we're going to be focusing on the 2016 election. So
already
there is not a whole lot of time, but I think Republicans understand this, Randy, and there's a poll that just came out where the approval rating for Republicans is completely upside down. And so they know that if they want to fix that approval rating and prove to Americans that they do have their back, the middle class especially, that was a big focus in this election and the big reason why Republicans have lost as well, then they're going to want to work with this president to get something done.
Very quickly, Amy, your final thought, just 20 seconds.
Final thought that, I love the American democratic process. We had an election, we have a president, we have leaders who work every day in that building behind you, and I think Monday is a day of celebration for our country.
Well said. Amy Holmes, Maria Cardona, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.